following video is proudly presented by MightyOxTrading. All information contained in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is not financial or investment advice. Good morning and welcome to MightyOxTrading. Happy Thursday. Hope everyone had a good night. How's everyone today? Doesn't seem to be a lot of people here yet, which I understand. I wouldn't be here yet, except for I scheduled this. So let's look at the markets overnight. It's been kind of a docile night, it looks like. NASDAQ. Hey, good morning, Skoggs. I'm doing all right. Still waking up. How are you doing? NQ has moved less than 100 points since in the total range. So obviously, much smaller range than what we've been seeing. See what it has in store for the morning, but so far pretty calm. ES is about 25 points in range. Copper is absolutely not sure if the war has something to do with the reason copper's running, or if there's something else I haven't looked up yet. I didn't really research it. You can see that copper hit a high of about 477.40. Looks like I have that up a little high, but still has about 240 ticks of range, and on the daily chart you can see we're just under that high we hit in October. Let's check these signals. Hold on. Okay, pulling back there. We'll wait on that. And it was back in May that we hit all-time highs of May of last year. And we're not too far off of that now. Good morning, Vincent. How are you today? Gold. We see about a 18-point range. It's come up, pulled almost all the way back, came all the way up. UltraBond. About a 1.5 of range. Also much smaller than we've seen the last couple of days. Crude. So Crude, who's been absolutely running wild, hit a high of 116. Oops, that's natural gas. We'll look at natural gas first. Natural gas literally just made a new daily low. A little over 200 ticks of range. So now let's look at crude. Crude has been absolutely wild these last 3 days now. Started here 2 days ago at 95. It hit a high of 116, which is the highest we've seen since 2011. It's pulled back now, though. But still, this is a wild day. It started at 111, went all the way up to 116. It's like 116.47 was the high, 49. And now we're back to 113. So, I mean, we've seen a 500 tick move up and a 300 tick pullback here. Good morning, Andrew. Be interested to see where Crude continues to go. Again, here's the daily chart. We're still well above that third band. I've never seen anything ride up the third band on a daily chart like that before. But if we go back and turn back time, you can see the yellow line here. This is the area in 2011. Oh wait, how about that? So we blasted by the highs of 2011, which was 114. So now we're going all the way back to. We have not been this high since September 2nd, 2008. So about a little less than a 14-year high. Of course, that was as it was coming down from its all-time high of 147.27. So hopefully that's not where we're heading. Although this drop from there would have been really nice to be a part of. Uh, that's a good question, Vincent. I am for the day I come into the day up $107 on the TCP, and I'm down almost 300 on the gauntlet. Gold last night was hard to trade until I looked at it later with fresh eyes and realized it's made a whole bunch of mistakes. So gold bit me 2 or 3 times in the gauntlet account, but I went 2 for 3 on the MNQ for the TCP. Morning, Matt. So that's very stand for now. So now we will wait and see what kind of fun we can find. NQ sending us a long signal. Looks like we pulled back here. Looks like this might be a place to re-get in. So we'll look for our MNQ chart. If it gives us a signal again. Oh, that sucks. You could have slept all that time, huh? So are you in long, Vincent? $43.72. So you're up 8 points. What's your target? Right now, things are kind of slow here. The market's waking up too. Uh, so you can see that the last signals almost that's fired in just about everything would have worked. That would have been a nice signal there on NASDAQ. Beautiful signal on copper. UltraBond's been kind of choppy, but the short signals would have been working. Crude popping back up. That would have been a beautiful signal on crude. Now just wait for our next signal. Cool. That's, yeah. 44.50. When were we there last? Let's look. Let's look on a 5-minute chart because this is hard. There we go. We were last at 44.50 on February 17th. Be interested to see us get back up there. I've definitely seen an uptrend. You can see here on my gold chart on the 5-minute, I think it's where it's at. I've started playing with drawing supply and demand zones. I'm going to continue to work on that because it does seem interesting. The big red boxes are supply and demand zones. I should probably. I need to watch some more videos on it though, but I have noticed where it has kind of worked a couple places on a couple other charts. So NASDAQ hit this short signal here, and I thought it was going to continue up, but now it's pulled down. I should have entered once it got back below. Wow, got back below, really? Okay, it's still before 7 o'clock my time, so any grammatical errors got to be excused. It's down 10 points since it broke that. Gold's leveling out. Copper's is continuing to push up. Bonds are pushing down. We do have the weekly unemployment reports coming out today. Not sure if there's anything else. Let's look. Thursday. 10 Eastern. Really? Powell's testifying again today? Jerome Powell's testifying, and we have non-manufacturing PMI coming out as well. And then, of course, tomorrow is non-farm payrolls. NG. Oh, stretching. So quiet for now. We're about 12 minutes at the top of the hour. Good morning, Chris. Nice, slow, docile market for now. Let's chart NQ overnight and see how it did, how easy or hard it was to trade. Wasn't the easiest thing on last night's stream. We'll pick it up here from about an hour before London. Yeah, definitely, someone on the Earn and Trade Discord really emphasized supply and demand. So I decided to start taking a look at it. I could definitely see you know, see some interesting areas. I just need to get better at figuring out where exactly they get drawn at, things like that. How you doing this morning, Chris? Uh, Someone send me some massive doses of caffeine. NQ actually been very easy to trade overnight, it looks like here. We'll review it here since there's nothing else going on once I've finished marking it off. So let's go back. My nose is sniffling. I'm doing alright, Chris. Thank you. If I could wake up, that would be great. Right now you're dealing with a zombie ox. So this is a win here. This one, yeah, I didn't mark off, but I should have. I probably would have taken it since it was above the band. So we'll say that was a loss because it only went about 7 points. I mean, this one would have been a win. So we're at 2-1. Would not have taken this one because the candle was into the well above the third band. So here's another one, 3-1. Would not have taken that one again because of the band. Took a loss here, 3-2. Actually, I totally missed marking that one. Yeah, that one would have worked. So it's now 4-2. Not have taken that one because I would have expected that bounce. Should have got back in, but don't know if I would have there. 4-2. Would have taken this one because it was into the bands. Excuse me. Would have taken this one because it was into the bands. Win here 5-2. Win here 6-2. Win here 7-2. Wouldn't and didn't take this. We were already on the air here, so 7-2 overnight at a 2-1 on NQ. Looking for 15 points with either a 10. Okay, 1-5. I should say 1.5-1. So that would have been 7 times 15 minus 2 losses at 10 each, so 20. So 85 ticks of profit if we had taken all those trades overnight. If I hadn't been sleeping. And remember, April 1st, Friday, April 1st, we are trading the London session here live on stream from 1 a.m. Eastern Time through the non-farm payrolls report and through the open. So a 9.5-hour stream. I expect some of you to be here and keeping me awake. Just remember that micros commissions can really creep up on you. I know some people like to go, scale in and out with up to 10 micros. And if you do 10 micros in a trade, you earn the trade at least. You're gonna have $16.60 commission on that trade. Even if you make sure if you're on a trade you ask for live commissions, or else your commission is gonna be like $40. So big move up here on the NQ with a long signal against the band zone where I was expecting this pullback. We'll see. We have the bands, upper bands downtrending. We have the SMA downtrending. So this usually means we're gonna just kind of pull back here. Did pull back almost the entire length of that green candle. Almost want to jump in there because I think that's just going to go ahead back down now. I should have. Nice move back down. Probably going to continue extending down. Let's see. Gold's continuing to head down. Not been a great signal, but happened literally as I was saying, good morning. Welcome to MightyOxTrading. So, missed that. Oh, somehow I also missed this copper pullback, and I can't blame the fact that it just came online at that point. That been a nice move. It's moved down to 20 ticks that quick. Crude heading back up. What do you think, guys? Will we get back above the daily high again? Will crude continue to head up? I asked people on the stream last night what they thought it would get to. Someone did guess 116, so that person was right. Now, for the life of me, I can't remember who that was. I think it was Walter. So I don't know if he'll stop in this morning or not. Dave Snyder guessed 119, and Matt just said, I have no idea. Which totally defeated the purpose of the game. Daily candles on ES. Let's look. Oh yeah, that is a weird. I mean, it's like consolidation on a daily candle level. It's interesting. I don't see that. I mean, actually saw it kind of back here, back last September. Yeah, don't. That's interesting. How did that work? Why? Oh yeah, that's right. I mean, that's a weird because we closed Friday here, and then on Monday or Sunday night we opened, and it opened like so far lower. I've still never figured out. Yeah, it looks like it wants to head up. That what NQ looks like too, probably. And NQ's not is kind of like that, but wow, it's a lot of crap on that chart. NQ is popping back up here. So NQ came up pull back above the SMA line, and now wants to look like it wants to head back up. We'll see if it gets back above this 14,215 level. Yeah, if on Earn a Trade, if you ask for live commissions, they're $1.66 round trip per contract. If you don't ask for live commissions, they're $4.04. Well, there's our move above that level there on NQ. Grabbing that is, if it stays above there, next area of, well, there's a lot of resistance heading up here now that I'm looking at this. High, the recent move is 226. It just pulled back under that recent. Lots of areas going up here. This is 224. That was 226. And just pulled back. ES made that same move. And now it got back above it again. Does seem like it wants to head upwards. Part of me says I should just wait for a new signal. Part of me says jump in. Part of me says, why are you awake? So we're gonna let that go. Russell sending a fresh signal here. Russell's kind of slower on the uptake this morning. Yep, pull back there on NQ, so smart for me not to get in. I could feel smart there. Agriculture overnight. Downward direction since the European Open on everything. Europeans selling off the agriculture. Russell trying to give us a long signal. I think I'm going to sit that one out. Market continues to head up for Vincent. a nice scalp there. It does look like NQ does when it could head up now. Well, my fault for missing that. White lines on the gold chart, I have no idea what they're from, so they're gone. Charts are already getting messy enough. So last night on gold, I got stopped out twice for the losses. I think one was for 80, one was for $100. So then, after I was off stream, I took a look at it with fresh eyes because I was thinking, this was hard to trade last night. You can see it was kind of rangy, but this is where I came online last night on the stream. So this would have been our first signal. If I had just taken that first signal, I was kind of iffy because of the rangy. But if I had taken that first signal, that would have got me the 1.5. Next signal would have got me 1.5 or 2. I think I took one of these that didn't work out. I forget where I got stopped out, but this signal would have gave me 1.5 if I just held through the noise. It was it was when it started doing this chop here. Didn't get in on that signal. I got in one of these chop signals and I got stopped out. But if I had just been following signal to signal, then this signal would have worked as well. And then finally this one. So I ended up with 2 losses on gold last night when if I had just been playing signal to signal and just taking them, I could have got 5 wins. Did we hit 44? Oh, look at that's a nice move up there. Yeah, we did hit 44. So let's go to a 5-minute chart. Let's have some fun, maybe drawing out some demand zones or supply zones. So we see this chop here at the end of the day. That's where we hit our high of. Oh wait, that's NQ. Oops. Let's try ES. So far, we hit a high today. Today's session of what, 92? Yeah, 92.75. I had this chop here at the end of the day yesterday. So, and then it headed down. So, I'm thinking that the demand zone is right in this area. Don't follow me on this because this is not something I've in any way perfected yet. But it looks like this was the last candle before the downward move. Oops. Hold on. Let's scroll. So it looks like that's the last candle. Did I hit 2 of them? Or why do I have 2? Well, either way. So that's the area we'll watch. You can see it did come up like multiple times into that zone all the way through this chop. And then if we look, it came up here, here, and here, flushed down, tried again, got into that same zone, flushed down, That's exactly where we're at now. So let's watch that. Let's see if it flushes down yet again. They say the more times, from what I've been watching and reading about it, the more times a zone is hit, the less effective it becomes. And we are also at the 70 line on the RSI, right up against that Bollinger. Make these a little less obnoxious looking on the chart. There. Okay, Kappa. Copper's trying to send the long signal, so we had this big move up, a pullback. Is this the next leg up? Short signal there. NASDAQ continuing to move up. I should have taken that trade right at when it broke this resistance. It's gone up all 30 points since then. Yeah. Rolling now very well. Up to 92. So you're up, what, about 20 points now, Vincent? Yeah. Good morning, Chris. Excuse me, gentlemen, while I blow my nose and try and clear my sinuses. There we go. Okay, back. That's excellent, Vincent. How's it going so far this morning, Chris? Short CL. Why are we short CL? Cool. CL the last few days has just been the little engine that could, but definitely does some nice pullbacks along the way. I want to thank everyone for joining me on this early Thursday morning. Hope everyone's having a great day so far. Always feel free to join the chat if you have questions or comments. Be wonderful. You hear from YouTube. Would appreciate if you hit that thumbs up button. Oh wow. Okay, 114.20. Oh, sorry, 114.62. Oh, so you're down. Nice. You're in the profit by about 50 ticks. Apex account, Chris. I think I'm gonna jump in on Crude and see what kind of account, if I can blow my account. I'm in on Crude. Oh no, I'm not. I hit a limit order instead of a market order. Crap. Now it's kind of into the band, so now I'm gonna wait. Great job, Chris. Great job. See if this continues to push down. It's pulled back now. It kind of hit that third Bollinger, so now we might see a pullback. Great job getting out where you did. Yep, there's some green. Yeah, Crude is Crude can give you the same emotions that NQ does. I'm just gonna stay out for now. It seems like it might want to kind of. Well, I should. Of course, it does that. Never mind. Let's see what gold's saying. Gold. Oh, wow, big flush down on gold. Wonder where that came from. 3 point. There were 3 points down there on gold. It's already popped back up by a point, but that came out of nowhere. Uh, yeah, gold's kind of. I mean, I'm sorry, crude's kind of iffy after that big move down there. Natural gas, something a signal. Yeah, crude now pop back up, big pop up. You got out perfect timing there, Chris. Yeah, I can see on the chart here. That was good. Uh, we were above the. If you're going by RSI, we were above the 70 line. Came up, broke here, and that big candle down. You got in on this little candle, I believe, is where you would have got by based on your entry point. So nice flush down, kind of curl back around, and then continue down. Oh yeah, yeah. Uh, it can, like I say, it gives the same emotions that Crude does because you don't know if you want to stick through it. I'm sorry, not the same emotions that NQ does. Sorry. And you can see here that I definitely missed the boat. Although, okay, so I missed the boat on NQ because the signal fired here, and I knew this was going to pull back here. And I didn't get back in here, and NQ has gone 40 points since. ES gave a much cleaner signal, as did the Russell. And still going Vincent's way. Good morning, Tom. There's a lot of good traders in here, actually. I mean, I've been amazed at hearing people's results, which is both motivating and at times frustrating because I'm not seeing those same results, but I always want to hear them because I know that I'm going to turn the corner eventually. I just haven't yet. We've seen, here looking at crude, we had this big move down, slight pullback, big move down. That looks like we're going to try again. Oh, yeah, big candle down, 42 points, I mean ticks, 50. Wow. So, yeah, I should have jumped in there. Although I'm not sure I would have survived that pullback. It did pull back like 25 ticks. But wow, holy heck, look at that candle, guys. That's $1,000 candle. 80, now it's 892, 93, 97, 105. Wow, look at that big drop on crude. Continuation here. Wow, this has just dropped $2,000 in 2 minutes, guys. Bouncing now. That would have been nice to catch. That would have been my day, and I could have just signed off and went back to sleep. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, you're right, Matt. Definitely. So let's see. ES, we drew out this demand zone earlier, and it looks like it's just about pushed through that demand zone now. So I mean, can you imagine the feeling? You're in this short trade here, you're just kind of, going along small candles, and all of a sudden you see it drop 160 ticks, and you see that you're up over, $1,600. Oh yeah, unemployment. Good point. Thank you, Matt. Yeah. UltraBond. Pulling back to its SMA. Copper pulled back to its SMA. Nasdaq's pulled back to its SMA. Gold. Oh, where? I gotta make these signals easier for me to notice. Oh, well, I did notice that gold. Never mind. Yeah, I talked about how quickly it came down, and I expected to pop up. I should have grabbed it though once it the next candle. So, obviously, I didn't want to get in there because after a really big candle like that, you expect that pop up. But once it came back down red, I could have grabbed it here, and it went good. So, okay, we're getting signals on the indices. Trying to get through that SMA line on the pullback. And there's the unemployment. So far, no big reaction. The algos must be still asleep as well. Big bounce there on Nasdaq, or not a huge bounce, but for what we've seen very small candles on this move up. 6.5 points. Yeah, that was an excellent move, Chris. Yeah, I mean, you want to be greedy, but yet you don't want to end up where it comes all the way back and you end up turning a winner into a loser. Excellent job, Tom. So it's interesting. Like I said, I'm trying to learn how to use supply and demand zones. And we see this one, this move came back up to this one that, formed here. And it came all the way up to the very top of it, and now it's pulling back. NQ sending this short signal here. It's kind of interesting. I don't. It's bands are still uptrending, but they're starting to go sideways. The SMA line's uptrending, but also starting to go sideways. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Chris. Gonna wait for this pullback. Wow, very quick there, Chris. Waiting for it to no longer show green. ES is giving us some fake out. You deserve that coffee. Great job. Once again, good morning and welcome to everybody here. See, there's just like 20 people here, which is amazing. Definitely feel free to jump in on the chat. Say hello to everybody. Tell us how you're doing this morning, what you're trading, or if you're just watching, waiting. Now that's what I'm doing, watching and waiting. Good morning, Noah. Welcome. Get that thing fired up. Get ready for some profit this morning. Lurking is cool too. I'm watching NQ here to see if it wants to give me a downward move. Looks like the Russell and the ES are. No, they're trying. It's kind of sideways. Yeah, I will say there was not much of a big reaction there on the unemployment numbers. It must have been right around what was expected or whatever. I didn't look it up. I could probably go to Twitter and do that. Every time I go to Twitter to look something up, I end up missing a move. So gold, though, move this MNQ chart off my screen up to here. I, missed that opportunity there on gold big time. Oh wait, now NQ's giving me NQ's giving me a long signal? Wait, what's NQ? Yeah, it is. So NQ's actually heading up now. Chris did another perfect snipe there, or scalp, or whatever you want to call it. Got in, got that short real quick, and got out, and now it wants to head back up. High of this previous move was 264, which I think we're actually very near our high of the day. Am I right? Oh, we actually made a new high of the day. So never mind. Made a new high of the day here on ES as well. So we are moving on up. Moving on up. And Chris, gotta watch calling it a pet. CL will bite you. Anyway, as I was going to talk about before NQ rudely interrupted me, you can see here, off that big move down, we did reverse that one candle, but right when it broke the SMA line, I should have got in, and we'll be up 3 to 4 points on gold. So far, no trades for me yet this morning, and we're about an hour in. We need to change that. Everyone else is making money. Time for me to make some money. So indices are indecisive right now. Russell, the nice big candle there. Let me just quickly jump on Twitter and see what the unemployment numbers were. Initial jobless claims reached 215,000, a further decline of 18,000 from the previous week, and less than the market expected. Continuing unemployment claims saw an uptick to 1.4 million. So nothing huge there. Matt, I've found it very hard to trade with my fingers crossed. It's just not easy to use the mouse or the keyboard. Skoggs, he doesn't consider himself a sniper because he's still in that trade. There's a long signal again on ES. I'm sorry, on NQ. Still want to see it get back above 64 there. It's at 63, so it's not like it's a big trip. Gold continuing to bleed hot. Oh, there's a burst. We're gonna get in on that burst. We're in on MNQ. Might have been a little premature. So it might be a... I'm gonna move the stop just slightly down to 10 points. Used the wrong parameters. Normally by now I'm looking for 30. And I went in with like 15 points instead, but let's see what it does. Looking at 1.5 to 1 right now. Looking for 15 points on this trade with a 10-point stop. Stop is basically back below those two green candles. Here. Hopefully we can get a nice little burst. You want 15 points off of this. We are at the high of the day basically, so ES also kind of ES actually hit its band on the 1 minute, pulled back a little bit. It's hanging right around the Oh, that would be beautiful, Tom. Chris, I assume you mean 14 ticks, because if it went up 14 points, we are very paying a lot more at the pump. Come on. For me and Matt, come on. Show us some green. Yeah, I know. I was just teasing you, Chris. I knew what you. I constantly say ticks and points. You know, actually I say ticks when I mean points, and points when I say mean ticks. And I say SMA when I mean EMA, and I say way too much. Back to break even. And we're back under break even. That's not a good sign. It's not the learning the lingo. It's just, it's just, there's so much lingo, it gets jumbled in your head at times. Ticks, points. Not liking the looks of this now. My stop is just below the SMA line now, but I don't know. It's kind of looking like a pullback area here. This is a TCP trade. Kind of watching it. See gold kind of popping back up to its SMA line. Oh yeah, absolutely agree. I was just teasing him. I wasn't correcting him. I was just. I'll often say points and then say ticks and like, oh wow, if that would be points, that'd be amazing. Good job, Matt. My risk on this trade is 60 bucks right now. I think I have some ADD myself. That's why I have trouble sticking to just one or two assets. Still watching this. We're still right around my break-even price. Hoping that we might head on up. And once again, I would love to take some time to view the stats on this. Once again, I waited for the break of the resistance to get in instead of just getting in right on that long signal, and I cost myself 5 points because I would have been in 5 points earlier if I just would have taken the signal. So and now it's just consolidating at this area. My stop is, right, like I said, right below that SMA line, which provides a little bit of support. Market has really calmed down here with about 40 minutes to the bell. Unemployment report did not do much at all. Same will not be said for tomorrow morning when non-farm payrolls come out. Green is green. It's heading down now. Let's see if it bounces off that SMA or if it's going to break and take me out. It's going to break and take me out. 5 points from stop. Do 1 minute candle. Let's see if we bounce or come down. It's teasing me. It hasn't taken me out yet, but it's going to. Yeah, there it went. Stop me out. $60 loss. And bouncing, of course, maybe. So that signal, I mean, honestly, if I had taken the signal the right way, I'll still be in that trade, but so far, no good. Chris, no reason to apologize. We're all going to have different ideas, and at times we're going to trade against one another. Number one, for those, most of us are in evaluations and sim, or, in a sim environment, so it's not like even our orders hit the market or anything. It's don't no need to apologize. It came came down, stopped me out, and watch it go now. Look at that. Hello, 90 bid even. About a year. Well, futures about a year is when I started dabbling. Overall, I started with stocks, and that frustrated me because of the PDT rule and all that other stuff. I started teaching myself that a little over 2 years ago, I think. Well, a little less than 2 years ago. Time flies. So, yep, that came down, stopped me out, and then bounced like I expected back up. Gold's continuing to come down to 1929. It's a good area for a crash. And there it goes. NQ stopped me out, and right now, right there would have hit my profit target. Wow. So that 10-point stop, if I'd been using a 15-point stop, I would still be in that trade. How frustrating. So, and again, if I had just not waited for that break of support, some resistance, I mean, if I had just jumped in long right here, after that signal, looking for that 15, not only would, even if I had just done my normal 7.5-point stop, I would have never got stopped out. I would have easily got my 15. What's CL doing? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Look at CL. So there, I said CL's going to have a big move down at some point. And off this short signal, we finally got it. We are now down off that short signal. So from signal to wick, over $6,000 a contract, 606 ticks. That was the big move, and fortunately, I missed all of it. Up. And for Vincent, we just hit that 4,400 mark. So well through that demand zone, our supplies, yeah, demand zone. NASDAQ is making a new high of the day. Big burst up. Wow, look at that burst up. So I had the right idea. Bad entry. Not a wide enough stop. Could have got 30 more points out of that. Did just hit the third band pulling back. Just hit a high of 14,313. ES hitting a high of 4408. Pulling back now to 4403. Did they like read the we'll read the unemployment numbers now. I wonder why burst here. Great job, Matt. Excellent job. So we haven't been this high on NQ now since we kind of touched it a bit back here on Tuesday. High there was 327. That'll be our next area to look at. If it gets above 327, then we're going on back pretty far to the 18th of February. No, even then it didn't touch. 17th of February when it started this big fall. High that day was 14,564-ish, or not that day, but that move. Oh wow, look at that candle there. Beautiful candles. 55.1 5-minute candle. Copper, big move down. Gold continuing to move down. Crude continuing to come down. So all of a sudden the market just started moving really fast. As we're about 30 minutes from the bell. And I'm 0 for 1 and 0 for 1 on the day. Wow, Tom. That's incredible. You took profit. That, you know, it's always nice to second guess, always, I should say, easy to second guess. But you never know where the market's going to top out at. So that second guessing can kill us mentally. I will admit, Vincent, I thought your profit target from earlier was crazy, but now it doesn't look so crazy. Great job, Chris. Wait, long? You went long on CL during this massive knife falling? Okay, Chris, that takes guts. Although I see that now, I see that it just popped up over $1,000 on 2 candles. So my new strategy is just going to do whatever Vincent's doing. Natural gas also bleeding out. Somewhat of a pullback here finally. And that's not a surprise. Let's look at that. Let's see what NQ is doing. Well, ES is actually a little bit clearer, probably just because I have the chart set up better, but you can see here on the RSI, we're up to like 85 on this candle here. So we expected somewhat of a pullback. We're still sitting on above 70. Like I said, I don't look at the RSI that much for the actual overbought, oversold levels, but when you start seeing 85s and 90s, you start looking at it, kinda. Gold trying to reverse. Long signal. Crude sending a long signal as well. So crude bounced from 106.66 all the way up to 108.96. That's a $2,000 bounce in 4 minutes. Market is suddenly wild. About 26 minutes in the bell. We're having a great time here this morning. I mean, people are making money. Says there's 22 people here on YouTube. Feel free to join Chris and Tom and Vincent and Chris, Tom and Vincent and Matt and 90-bit even and everybody in the chat. Join in. Tell us what you're trading. Tell us how you're doing. Tell us if you're struggling. If there's anything that people might be able to suggest to you. Vincent, please always be open with your ideas, even if they do sound a little crazy. You're good at the analysis, so I want to hear it. We all want to hear it. Now, if you told me you were shooting for like 5,000, then maybe I would have been like, yeah, okay. And if y'all wouldn't mind smashing that like button for YouTube, I would appreciate that as well. That sounds painful, Skogs. The delay here on YouTube is only about 8 seconds. I'm not sure what you're asking though there, Anthony. Yeah, Skog's pulling that out of your butt. You said you pulled it out. So that was just a bad joke. Never mind. Anthony, I'm not sure what you're asking there. Yeah, I probably should have gotten that last move. MNQ right now is sitting at 14,356, which is actually about 2 points different than what the actual NQ is sitting at. No, Scott. It was just a quick bad joke. No biggie. Yeah, 4x. You know, right around 355 right now on MNQ. Wow, so you've guaranteed yourself what 28 points in profit there, Vincent? Chris, excuse me for. Chris, do you like the counter trend trade? 'Cause I know that you've been going against, waiting for something to pull back and jumping in. So Crude's just moving way too fast. These are 50, 90 tick candles, 1 minute candles. Crude came down to 106.55. I'm sorry, 106.43 is all the way back up to 109.51. IQ is curling back upwards. MNQ hit a high of 373. I'm sorry, no, 375. It's kind of consolidating now in the 360s, 350s to 360s. Come up with a new system for these alerts. Somehow I keep knocking them down and then not noticing them. I just missed this move on gold. Should have been a nice move for 2 points. And whoever it was that just subscribed, I didn't get a notification, so I can't call you out, but whoever it was that just subscribed to YouTube, thank you. That's number 400 on the channel. 400 subscribers on YouTube. So CL did pop back up. Now you see it's kind of riding its SMA line. It sends a short signal. I may try and grab something off of it. May try and do a Chris. Or It may just continue to head back up and go up to the new high of the day. Who knows? MNQ did just get it back above that where it stopped out before. Not stopped out, but it's where it hit the top before. So here's the thing, and if we had followed this long signal here, we would have needed a 55 tick stop. That it would have worked, but I'm not going to let myself go 550 into the red. There, I'm knocking down signals right there. I don't know what that signal was. UltraBond. Well, I didn't really care. Yep. So you can see here, Vincent says he uses the super trend on the 5-minute, and you can see the green line here is what he's basically using. This green line that trails from that buy signal up and staying behind. That's what he's using to trail. So we're about 15 minutes from the bell. I got stopped out before the huge move. Didn't get back in. And I'm sitting here on the sidelines again, and I missed this signal on gold doing something else. I need to figure out another system to make sure I see those signals. Good morning, let's do this. Oh, thank you, let's do this. That would explain this big burst. And would also explain why crude sold off. Thank you. Yeah, no ace yet this morning. He could have got his 2 points many times. Market seems to be taking the breath here now after that big move up, big move down on some things. Yep, my super trend settings are. So glad you asked. Super trend. ATR period of 10, source HL2, and the ATR multiplier of 2.2. Those are my settings on the super trend. Tonight's stream, starting at 7:45 Eastern, is on ShareVision. I think on that stream, I'm just going to focus on NQ and gold. So it might be a bit of more of a boring stream in a bit, but I'm going to just keep it right on this screen here, just watching for those signals so I don't miss them like I just did with gold there, to try and take as many signals as possible. I'm missing, I at times I missed that signal just because I was paying attention to something else. So tonight maybe I'll just stick on M&Q and gold and maybe crude. Although right now crude's so wild, I'm not sure I want to touch it anyway. But do that to try and take every signal that fires on every viable signal that fires on those two assets. Tomorrow, of course, is non-farm payrolls. We'll be streaming here on YouTube. I'll probably be doing my 10 above, 10 below move for the non-farm payrolls report at 8:30 Eastern. And depending on where things are on the Gauntlet account, I may YOLO and do it with a one regular NQ contract instead of instead of like 3 micros. Go big or go home, because the Gauntlet account's in a big hole, very big hole. So either if the move works, it could dig me out. If not, then I just hit the reset button. Not that there's a reset button, but you know. So NQ has curled back under the SMA line here as we approach the bell. And I have some breakfast in front of me. So I'm going to mute and we'll watch the charts here. Looks like we're starting to get short signals. Here's that pullback that Chris was talking about right before the bell on NQ. So I'm going to mute here just a couple minutes and scarf down some breakfast. And I'll cut in if there's anything exciting going on. pulled back to 44.09. Send a short signal. NQ's pulled back to 14.360. No signal yet. Oh, that don't sound good at all. Let's do this. Bond popping up here a bit. We are 5 minutes to the bell. 5.5. And I'm chewing. I kind of like the setup on Q, and I really kind of want to take it, but it's 5 minutes to the bell. Everyone else got quiet in the chat too. Are you all eating? Great job, Chris. You're nailing it right, the right spots. Great job. Okay, breakfast is done. We are ready. So Chris, where are you at now in your apex? How far are you still in evaluation, right? All quiet before the storm. Bell in 20 seconds. There's the bell. Pull back. 17 points so far. Down. 20. Nothing really big happening yet. The bell did ring, right? 10 points down now, 7 points on NASDAQ. ES is actually heading up. It's up by 3 points. All is calm and all is bright. 14 points now down. 23. 23. Crude sending a signal, which I'll check that. Short signal. I kind of like it. Let's see if that short signal holds here. It's kind of into the bands though. Eek. Big move down there on crude. 77 ticks. Got 20 seconds to go there. Still 31. Okay, 31 points now on NQ. S&P is a doji candle. Crude pulling back a bit here. Low is 28. Pull all the way back to 81. I don't know what to do with that. There we go. Okay. Quick, really quick scalp there on crude oil. Probably could have stayed in, but took the scalp. Wasn't as much as I thought. Wow. Only 9 ticks off of that. So $90 win there on crude oil. $26 points down, 28 on ES. Doji candle pretty much just a point on the S&P. Still like 2 minutes in. It looks like that got in and got out right because we're actually seeing another green. Now we're seeing a green candle. So I got in, quickly grabbed 9 ticks, and got out off that short signal on crude. I guess that does deserve a cha-ching. I think I was in that trade for like 5 seconds. I didn't even have time to bring up the chart. Oh, I'm sorry, 3 seconds. That trade lasted 3 seconds. $90 in 3 seconds. $30 a second. I like that pay rate. Oh no, there's the big move down. Now we're down 40 points on the 5-minute candle. ES is down a point. A 40-to-1 ratio. Interesting. So what's interesting also is on the 1-minute chart, we can see here both MNQ and NQ. We got this short signal 5 minutes before the bell, and if we had taken it 51 down to, we've hit a low of 01, so we would have got, this has been a 50-point move if I had taken this signal right before the bell. As you can see here, Crude definitely did make a new daily low there when it came down earlier. Blasted through this supply zone. So we do see that the supply zone did cause a little bit of a bounce, but then blasted through. So that's really no longer effective. We can get rid of that if I can figure out how to get rid of it. What about that later? NQ's still coming down now. ES, a new 5-minute candle. So ES ended up being down 3 points in that first 5-minute candle. 30 points for NQ. It's kind of a slow grind here at the open, which is odd. Checking my hogs. I should have jumped down short on the hogs. That'd been a good move right there. Boom, boom, boom. For some reason it opened above the Bollinger Band, so that was a no-brainer to jump in on. Kappa pulling back. So we're seeing this slow grind down here. Vince, are you still in the trade? I see it just hit 44. It went down to 43.99. Did it hit your trailing? So NQ has lost about 100 points off its high now. Crude's topsy-turvy. It's still huge candles. Not as huge as we were seeing earlier, but still. Looks like it wants to bounce off the SMA. So one loss so far on the TCP, one win on the Gauntlet, $90 for on Crude. Me and Crude have definitely had some battles the last few days. I've won a few, he's won a few. Excellent job, Vincent. That's wonderful. We're popping back up here a bit on the indices. Gold also popping. Gold got a little topsy-turvy. You saw that big move down, this long signal that I missed. Came back, bounced off the SMA, came back, broke through the SMA, sent a short signal right there at the open, which I ignored. Now it's trying to pop up, but it's kind of rangy right now. It looks like it might want to continue down. Indices are coming back to the SMA. The exception of the Russell. The Russell's just kind of sitting there. Oh. I need to hit something big though. Tired of this, just... I mean, base hits are good, but I'm not hitting enough of them. I'm not creating a rally. Baseball analogies. Not that we're going to have baseball this year, but you know. Tweezer bottom? That doesn't sound pleasant. Hey, Ace. You're late. We are getting a long signal in the ES here. Ace is here looking for his 2 points. Uh, Chris, you're the one that posted tweezer. So I was kind of confused what you meant by that. Gold long signal was nice. Ah, I swear these things just. Okay. Ah. So I missed this entry again on gold, and I don't was I getting frustrated. No reason I should have missed that entry. One point, good start. Seems to be pulling back. Up, nope. Should have stayed in. Up. Actually, looks like it's just kind of sideways right now. So I missed that entry on gold again. I don't know what's up. I don't know if that fire, like right at the. No, it didn't. Because it wicked up and came back down. There was no reason for me to miss that entry. Nice move up here on ES. Crude's kind of sideways now. Hold on 1 minute. Back. So long signal did fire here on ES. And I should have grabbed it, but I'm kind of hesitant because usually ES and NQ are in lockstep, and they're not really in lockstep. I gotta figure out a better way to set up my computer. My charts are easy to grab. Sounds like this war is gonna get worse before it gets better. Pull back here now and gold back down. Crude, the winds come out of its sails. There's NQ coming back down. ES is now sending a short signal. Big move down there. 30-point candle on NQ. Taking a short here quickly on wrong parameters. Crap. Taking a short on NQ, but we're gonna get stopped out because I used two. Uh, move the stop up some, but we're gonna get stopped out. I think maybe not. Maybe so. Maybe not. Who knows? Kind of a FOMO trade there. Let's see if it rewards me. Very bouncy. Want to see red. Up, it's popping up. Stop me out. Okay, we're back to being negative on the TCP. And I can get no forward progress anywhere. So obviously the place to get in, and you know I talk about this every day. This is part of my frustration is that I can teach this. I can show what I know, and then I don't perform it. But once we got up here, broke through this SMA, came back down, got the confirmation that we're coming back down with that red candle. Should have got in here on this candle before this 36-point candle ever happened. Once I went up here, rejected off the SMA, saw this red candle coming back down, jumped in here, and we could have got 50 points. Instead, I waited for the break of support, which, I mean, was just a recent support. Did hit it twice. But I waited for the break of support. But even if I had just jumped in right on this candle, we could have got 10 points or flipped to 20. But instead, I jumped in the middle of this candle, which was it was already too far down, and it started reversing. Do what I do. I mean, do what I say, not as I do. Meanwhile, we're back and forth here on Crude. And the Russell's over here like, you know what? Just trade me. I'm just smooth all the way down. Gold. What's gold doing? Coming down. Gold popping back up after the signal. Crude sending a signal. Good job, Tom. Crude grinding upwards, back up to almost 110. Again, these candles are 30 and 40 ticks. So we're approaching 10 a.m. on the East Coast, 9 a.m. here in the lovely Midwest. And probably trade for another hour or so. And remember, we're on tonight on ShareVision. The link, in case you lost it again, Ace, is down in the video description below. And then tomorrow morning, back here on YouTube for non-farm payrolls. Yeah, I mean, it's just, you look at crude here, it's 1 minute. I mean, it's, this chart makes it look small, but that's 21 ticks, 11 ticks, 21, 12, 23, 28, 24, 17, 43, 28, 25. It's not in one direction. You see, it's red, green, green, red, green, red, green, red, green. Excellent job, Ace. Excellent. In April, it will become easier to remember, as most likely we'll be moving to all evening streams on ShareVision, all morning streams on YouTube. Long signal on Crude, and I don't know. Kind of want to jump on that. Kind of scary. Yeah. We're in. Wow. Holy crap, I jumped in at the right time. Come on. Continue bursting up like that. There we go. Okay. And again, I didn't get to show my chart, but here, real quickly, back over to the Ninja Trader chart. Sorry about that, but you can see here, I entered at 109.94 and got out at 110.09. So, $150 win on Crude. It's still going up. I should start using a different parameter because I could have still been in that trade, but I'll take that $150. Good morning, Yolanda. So I started the morning down $283 on the Gauntlet account, and now I'm sitting at $55 down in the Gauntlet account. So we've moved up nicely. Another cha-ching worthy. So Crude is paying me back for the mistakes. It's the way it's hurt me. There's a pullback. I got in, got out at the right time there, I guess. Thank you, everyone. So two straight good trades on Crude. Quick scalps, really. That one, first one lasted 3 seconds. That one lasted. Oh man, that one lasted 12 seconds. So that one not as efficient. So 15 seconds worth of trades, and we've gotten $240 off of it. ES. Gold popping back up. This would have been a decent short signal. Would have. ES try to send a long signal here. NQ also popping up. Yes, it is. I, trying to see whether or not this comes up or pulls back. S&P, it's kind of iffy right now. So Crude did a quick pullback, but oh wow, look at that. So if I would have stayed through that move on Crude, that would be beautiful. That's a went up 50 ticks. Let's check hogs. Hogs sent a long signal, but retreating. Oh, nice job, Yolanda. Gold trying to send a long as well. Get a long little Goldie. Yeah, I don't even believe I said that. Gold chart is ready. I'm going to take this long on gold and see if I can give back what I've gotten on Crude. If it sustains. Nope, not yet. We'll wait. Oops. Temperamental. Some reason, oh, there we go. So we're down $44.96 now in the TCP. There's gold popping. So we got 44 seconds on this candle. If it's, nope, just fell below. So gold struggling here. Oh, we'll watch it. Pull back there on MNQ. Gold's SMA line is now actually slightly downtrending, so we'll see. Maybe we won't take. We'll put the gold chart to the side. MNQ trying to come back, break back down through that SMA line. $16 points on that candle. I should have jumped on that. Definitely seeing higher velocity in various assets here now. Crude, yeah. I should have stayed in that crude trade. It's gone up over $1,000. Short signal on hogs. Don't judge me and my hogs. We're going to take a short on hogs. If the signal holds. Also got another signal on gold. We have 30 seconds here. Gold trying to pop up again. Can it hold this time? Nope. Yep. Maybe. Yes, no, maybe so. Oh, hogs really moved down there. Gonna sell at the ask. Try and get in on this hog trade. Yep. We'll see if I get filled. Gold. Too many charts. Gold pulling back. We're filled on hogs. We're filled on gold. So 2 trades at once here. Gold and hogs, not gold in hogs. Down $30 on hogs. Move our stop a little bit closer. We're in at 650. We'll move it to 850. We're up 2 ticks on gold. And I know this is hard to see. Trying to figure out a better system for this. Move our hogs to the top. We'll move our gold to the bottom. You should be able to see both. We're down on both. Neither trade looking good right now, but hopefully. Oh, hey, we've had our first spammer in a long time there on Twitch. Let's see if I can remember how to ban people. Oh, there we go. Both our trades are now in profit. I don't remember how to ban on Twitch. No problem. Oh, gold's about ready to stop us out. Big move down. Oh, hasn't yet though. It's kind of sideways here, trying to decide what it wants to do. But hogs, both trades are now going against me. Hogs stop me out. What? And gold stopped me out. I don't believe this. Meanwhile, MNQ made the big move down, then I should have just jumped in. Gold, and there's gold popping back up. So we'll watch that. See if maybe I should have had a wider stop there. It's in it there. Looking for 1.6. It'll be back to break even now if they're stopping me out. Hogs is going the other way now. We'll stay out of that for now. Bitcoin down to 43,300. Kind of sideways on MNQ. So we gave back all our gains basically now from those two crude trades. Back down to being down 225. Morning, Lennox. How are you? Nice, Chris. Yeah, they can be, and I mean, obviously, I don't know. Somehow, I've said before, I feel like I'm cursed. If I had taken any other signal, they would have worked out. I think the last, and I take the one that doesn't, I don't know. I have this feeling that I gotta constantly fight my mind that I'm not supposed to be successful, that there's something working against me, and I know that's not rational, but struggles I've had in my life just continue to weigh on me. Like there's just something, whatever. Yeah, it's bouncing. It's just hard to trade right now. I mean, obviously, this last signal, if I had just gotten in on I got in long. I did get the 14, 16 ticks, whatever it was out of it. But if I just stayed long, got in, and just said, I'm going to, you know, it's either going to go big or stop me out. Let's say I would have set a, I could have set a 20 tick, just a 20 tick stop loss, and just no profit target and just stayed in. You can see I could have hit $2,000, which would have blown my consistency rule. So that would have been bad, but $1,000 been nice. Trash. Uh, Indices continue to bleed out now. Down almost 200 points from its top on the NQ. Me and gold are going to start having the same problems that me and copper started having. But here, I mean, look at MNQ. The last two signals here, perfect for literally hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars. That one I wouldn't have taken. This one was good, although it had a nasty pullback. But I mean, 3 out of the last 4 signals were good. Crude, I mean, obviously that signal was good. This one wasn't, but it was in the bands. This one would have been, although that nasty pullback. And obviously this signal would have been the absolute, I mean, taking that signal there ended up going even further than where I marked it. You know, that's a month maker right there if you grab that. Yeah, I mean I am. And honestly, I think I said this last night as well. I think if I wasn't doing this streaming, there's a chance that I may have given up by now. Just because, sometimes it feels like fruitless endeavor. And but I really do like trading. I keep getting this feeling that I'm on the cusp of turning the corner. And knowing that you all enjoy this streaming and chatting with one another and all that keeps me going. And the fact, I mean, it does help now that I'm getting money from streaming with ShareVision. Because, like I said, my finances are really, really bad, tight, whatever you want to say. So that really helped. So waiting for the next signal that's not the UltraBond. UltraBond looks temperamental today. So gold did end up flushing down either way. So it was probably a bad signal there. I was going kind of off this path. This is a signal I missed. I just somehow totally didn't notice it, and that went 2 points. So I was kind of thinking this one might do the same thing. But honestly, now that I look at it, and it's so much easier to look at things in the past, See how this one was trending up, it was moving the thing, but this one was kind of just sideways, so. Look how smooth that Russell move was. 2065 down to 2036. So just about 30 points, 1,500 bucks. Gold has just been kind of rangy here now for the last over an hour. Rangy mutt. Great job, Chris. Very excellent. Excellent. Hello, Rawhide. And thank you for that. Not sure I've seen your name before, so welcome. Tom, the joke's on Chris. All this is just gonna go into his next fill up at the gas station. So I'd like to find one more nice, good trade this morning, or two, get us back to green on both accounts. So let's look at M and Q here, this free fall. We had a new, wait, before I do that, we had a new low of the day. Yeah, we just made a new low of the day. So, and ES is coming close. So let's look back here to yesterday, when all our troubles seemed so far away. We're just about in a possible supply zone here, but it looks like we've already gotten through that. Right here, though, little supply zone here. Now they say take the whole candle, but that's a 58 point candle, so I'm not doing that. Right there, though, there you can see how that came down in there, wicked off, and then went back up. So that's our next area to look at as it's coming down. You can actually see, no, never mind, it's a different one. So we'll see if that comes down. It's about another 100 points away. So if it comes down there, that might be where we look for the next major reversal based on supply and demand. Chris is talking about then we have another one here, I believe. So those are the next two supply zones. We'll see. That's just an amazing looking chart though. Look at the way it just fell all red except for a little bit of a pullback green. Yeah, we're in it. We just blew through this supply zone that I literally just drew like 5 seconds ago. Oops, now I'm moving the zone instead of the yellow line. There we go. One day, I swear I'm going to catch one of these and just ride it all the way down. Or up, whichever way. Crude sending us a short signal here. We're short on crude and we're using a very wide stop. Ah, just bounced. Ah, man. Okay. I didn't even show my chart. That was a big loss though, about $200. We'll try again. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't. There. Gonna try and get in. Oh no, we're not gonna try and get in with 3. We don't want to do that again. Okay. So move our target up just a bit. Try and get that back. It's either gonna get this back or it's gonna blow this account and I'll reset. Yep, just stop me again. Okay. I think I might have just hit my max loss on the gauntlet. We'll see. I'm about ready to give up, honestly. Nothing wants to. So about $250 in drawdown left. So let's try and blow that. No, it's not. You know, it's just my stupidity. You know. Anyone else there would be able to catch, 40 ticks? I couldn't. And of course, gold hit a short. Nice move down there. Hey Walter, I believe it was you that said last night that crude was going to hit 116, and crude hit 116 somewhere back here. So that was a good call. Yes. Crude back up to the SMA line. I know. I don't think you can put images in on the chat on YouTube. You would have to upload it somewhere like Imgur and then post the link. You can post images here. Now you can upload images here, and then you can post the link of the. No, Vincent Tom's asking if you can post an image of a chart. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. I thought you said Ox. You said okay. But you could upload here and then get the link of the upload if you want to post an image. We're not going to reverse it all on the indices apparently for any more entries there. As you can see, beautiful move down there on crude once it knew I was no longer around. Sorry about the background noise, guys. Natural gas. It's an interesting looking chart right there. Oh wait, someone just said natural. Uh, Micro CL though, I mean, I have, but problem is A, when I have checked Micro CL, the spreads are like 4 or 5 ticks because it doesn't have a lot of liquidity, and the commissions on it, even on the micro, is like two something. Have a great day, Tom. Yeah, I mean, if we check it here, MCL. See how it compares. It's at the same price. Let's see what the volume is on it. Volume on that last candle was 416 compared to 824, so about half the volume right now. Continued bleed out here on the NQ. Checking the daily charts. Copper came back up toward its high of the day, rejected down. Oh, look, hogs. Uh, Gold toward the bottom of its range, back to 1929. Gold looks ugly on the 5-minute chart. Wow. UltraBond did set a slightly new low of the day, but it's about mid-range. Crude, of course, is doing all kinds of weird things. It's about mid-range, though. And natural gas set new daily low earlier. And Bitcoin's falling like a rock. Remember, we're back tonight on Share Vision at 7:45 Eastern Time. I promise I will not rant as much as I have today. I'll be in a better mood, I promise. And then tomorrow for non-farm payrolls back here on YouTube, 7:30 in the morning Eastern Time. I agree with you. Guys don't tune in to hear me get all mad at the markets. I, I want to be a positive and not negative. You know, people don't like to listen to negative all the time. And so I try to stay positive. I just a bit frustrated. So watching for something here, see if anything. But I mean, as of right now, if we look at the MNQ chart, in order to get a long signal, NQ would have to pop back up by like 30, 40 points. So we're not going to get an opposite signal here for a while. And by the way, guys, for what Vincent was talking about earlier, using the ATR line as a stop loss, you know, trailing stop. Watch how this. I mean, I can blow this line up, I think. Yeah, there we go. Make that a little easier to see. So you can see here when the short signal fired, then you know, get in here. If you use this as your stop, now it can be a pretty wide stop at times, but if you follow this down, you can see how this keeps you in the trade. Here it touched, but the candle did not finish, so it didn't send that opposite signal. Touched there again, so it continued to drop. So if you stay in until it actually candle finishes above the thing, you could stay in. You see how it's continuing to follow, 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 and I mean it is a pretty wide trailing stop. In this case, right now it's like 40 points above, but you know, it does keep you in the trade. And we've now dropped from the top. Dropped from the top. We hit a high of 91. We're just hit 391 down to 0.8086. So we've dropped over 300 points, $6,000 a regular NQ contract in that move. Crude curling. The other thing, remember guys, remember Vincent had gotten into that trade that he made so much out of at 43.72. So it's actually below that entry point. He got in way back here. No, back here. Yes, right, yeah. Somewhere, somewhere back here, right around here. There we go. And he followed this all the way up, and then trailing stop nailed him. But I mean, so we're below that entry point. We're below the low of the day now on ES. I guess we're not, but we're making a new low of the day. I use hold on. I use this one here, Super Trend by I have no idea how to pronounce the guy's name. Keybank Ozbilgic. That's the one I use. Crude wants to say hello again. Big move up on Crude. I wanted to really tempt fate. That looks like a reversal waiting to happen. Just about at the Bollinger on the RSI, going against the trend, but obviously it's not. Or maybe it is. Gold did send a long signal there, but it was into the bands and immediately pulled back. Crude. That long signal ended up being good for 20 ticks. Did not pull back like I expected it to. Hogs have not been giving as good of a signal this week. can check Twitter. Apparently people are blaming Jerome Powell for this drop. Not sure what he said. So we're coming up to about the end of the stream. We'll stream a couple more minutes. And the market's not really giving me anything here. Crude popped up. It did reverse. I said it was going to reverse. So it was just a candle early. Reversed again down well over 70 ticks. Bounces off the SMA line. Yeah, ATR is a popular stop loss tool. Trailing, excuse me, trailing stop loss tool or regular. I mean, there's some people that enter a trade and put their stop at the ATR. Oh, let's do this. I'm sorry. I swear I turned that off on Nightbot. I really do. Let me look at that. I have that screen up right now. Yeah, I did. I don't know why it's still. Why did it do that? Hmm. Yeah, Nightbot's supposed to be allowing links, so I'm sorry it yelled at you. Because I was just telling someone to post the link. Options. Okay, I just put in a couple more protections. Sorry about that. Let's do this. I don't believe it should stop anybody from posting links anymore. When the bots start to turn against you, you can no longer control them. So, nothing else giving me an opportunity here. When everything goes one direction, I don't know when. I mean, obviously I'm feeling FOMO to jump in here, but where's the bottom? Was it gonna reverse on me, right? We did look at demand zones and supply zones, and we see we're kind of approaching the next one, but it blew right through this one. Absolutely didn't even flinch. I look away and Crude sends a short signal. So we're seeing the short signal there on Crude. I've looked at him kinda. Okay, well, I just hit another win on Crude. Of course, I should have went for a larger target, but sorry I didn't show my chart. Win there on Crude for 317 ticks, $170. You can see my entry and exit all in that one candle. I jumped in even before I normally do there on the short, because I jumped in on the candle the signal was firing instead of waiting for the next candle. And in at 74 out of 57, so 17 ticks, $170. Cha-ching. Oh, yeah. So, folks, I think that's what we're going to call it for the day or for the morning. Remember, back here on Share Vision tonight for the evening stream, 7:45 Eastern, and then back tomorrow, 7:30 Eastern here on YouTube for non-farm payroll day. Maybe a YOLO on 10 by 10 on non-farm payrolls. Go big or go home, as Vincent says. So I do thank everyone for joining me and listening to me rant today as I ranted. And I shall see you all tonight if you're around, or tomorrow morning. I do appreciate all the support and all the encouragement you guys give me. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.